Hello everyone, welcome to this course Learning LLM Magic. Today is the lecture 5. In the previous lecture, we discussed about the why AI and LLM is important in our daily life. Now in this lecture, we will discuss different types of AI models and their use cases. So first of all, what are AI models? An AI model is a program that learns from data and then makes decisions, predictions, or generate responses. It's simply like your trained brain. It remembers patterns from past data and applies them to new situation. So a model is like your brain. For example, when you ask ChatGPT a question, it is not reading the internet. It is using a trained model to predict the best possible answers based on what it has learned. Now, why these models are important to study? Why we are studying these? So there is no one size fits all AI. So different models are built for different jobs. Some are rule followers, some are data learners, some understand speech, some can be used to create art. So knowing the different helps us to choose the right tool for the job. So now let's understand what are the types of AI models. There are basically 4 types of AI model. First is the rule-based AI model. Second is the machine learning AI model. Third is the deep learning AI models. And last one is which is nowadays is very popular, that is LLM, which is the large language models. So we will explore each one. First one is rule-based AI models. It's the oldest approach. It is basically follows a simple rule, that is if and then rule, that is manually coded by humans. It doesn't learn, it just follow the instruction. For example, like decision trees. What are the examples? If the user asks, what is your opening time, for example, then it will respond, we open at 9 a.m. So simple if and then rules. You simple ask a question and it will respond. What are the real use cases where these rule-based AI models are used basically? In basic chatbots creation, in IVR phone systems, in banking system when we have to create some kind of an error message, and in basic websites chatbots. So this is all about rule-based AI. There are some limitations of rule-based AI. It cannot handle unexpected questions. It becomes complex with too many rules, and it is good for very simple and predictable tasks only. Now the second model is machine learning model. What is machine learning model? Is machine learning learns from the past data and improves over the time. It finds the patterns and makes the predictions. So there are basically 3 types of models, machine learning models, basically supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and reinforcement learning. Supervised learning, when you have the label data with you. Unsupervised learning, the grouping of the data is created and the data is predicted. Then reinforcement learning is learned from the trial and the error. A simple example, spam email detection, where emails are detected whether it is spam or not spam. Now, machine learning in real world, what are the use cases? First one is a spam filter, that is in Gmail, fraud detection in banking systems, product recommendations on Amazon's, stock prediction, weather forecasting, and many more. So there are so many examples of machine learning nowadays. All of these happens by feeding the system thousands of millions of examples. So it works well when you have a lot of structured data with you. Now, next is the deep learning model. Deep learning is a subset of machine learning that uses neural networks like mini artificial brains. It handles complex, unstructured data like images, sound, and video. One of the common example of this is face unlocking system in your smartphones or voice to text typing, self-driving cars. All these are some very good examples of deep learning model. Now, deep learning has some pros and cons. Before that, I will also explain another use cases. For example, in voice assistants, deep learning is also used in autonomous driving. Healthcare diagnosis is also possible from X-rays and MRIs. Deep learning pros and cons. The simple pros is very accurate. The answers and the outputs are very accurate. Accuracy is very high. It can handle huge amount of data. It basically more excels in images, audio, and video. What are the weaknesses or the cons of this machine deep learning model? It requires lots of data, so handling of the data is very important. It needs powerful GPU. Memory is required. It often a black box. That is, it is hard to explain why it makes certain decisions. It can be possible that the output is not accurate. Now, fourth type of model is LLM. That is a large language model, which is very important. And what is LLM? As I already explained you, that LLM are deep learning models, which are basically focused on language, understanding and generating language. They are trained on huge text data sets like books, websites, conversations to generate responses like humans. Simple examples, ChatGPT, we well know about this. Google Gemini, Claude, and Cohere command. These are some of the good examples of LLM. Why LLM are so important? Why? What are the different real world use cases? Chatbots for websites, writing blogs, emails, reports. You can also write. You can also generate the code using GitHub Copilot. You can also write your social media writing post, and you can also write your resume. Your language translation is also possible. So LLMs are the core of the modern AI chat, like what you're using right now. So what are the strengths? What are the pros and cons of LLM? It feels like human. It can write, explain, summarize, and translate, and it works across many domains in medical, in engineering, in everything. What are the cons? It may generate incorrect or biased content sometimes. It needs filters. It doesn't understand like a human. It predicts what is most likely sometimes. So it is getting better with techniques like fine tuning and prompt engineering. So in summarize, choosing the right AI model is very important. Your goal is to, as an AI developer, your goal is to choose the right model for the right job. So first is the rule based. It is only used for the simple logic task. Second is the machine learning. It is basically used for the structured data in which prediction is possible. Then third is the deep learning. It is used for complex tasks like images, speech, and video. Third one is the LLM, which is used to understand the text and conversation using the natural languages. So AI is not one size fits all. It is important to pick the right tool for the right job. So thank you so much, guys, for this video, and we'll explore some another in the next lecture about the real world AI applications, what industries are using AI, and how industries are using AI. So if you enjoyed this, don't forget to like, comments, and subscribe. See you in the next video. Thank you so much.